What it is, guys, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you with another Dokkan Battle video. Now, today, we're redoing a series that I meant to bring a while back. We had some technical issues, and I was offline for a while, but we're going to bring this back. This is, of course, I am going to be... And I don't want to waste time here because there's a lot to talk about. We are, of course, talking about the free-to-play units in Dokkan Battle. My favorite units we're going to cover a little bit each and every day. The AGLs were supposed to be out yesterday, but we just got some news that actually changes a few things here. So I'm glad, in a way, that we waited a little bit to make this happen. So first things first, I'm going to talk about Whis. Now, Whis, there's not a lot to talk about. His predominant use is a farmable card. He's acquired through the Evil Powers Strike Back event that runs every weekend. You know, the one where you get your you know, all the main medals for your units and things like that. He's an okay unit. His biggest and best use, really, honestly, aside from being farmable for other units, is this. Recover all HP only once when 30% or below. His link skills are really only good if you're linking him to Beerus, and there's no real good Beerus card in the game, aside from the LR, but, you know. His leader skill is garbage. His super attack is extreme damage. It's may stun enemy. It's like, what, 10% chance or something stupid like that? Nah. This is his biggest, best use. That said, this could pull you out of the fire. You have, like, a lot of things in the game nowadays where you don't get to bring items. This could pull you out of the fire. And it has for me before a few times. I like this unit. He's not the greatest. He's not the best. He doesn't hit. His HP is okay, but his defense is abysmal. That said, this is pretty handy. This comes in handy, especially when you can't bring Senzu Beans and you want a Senzu Bean. Drop this guy in your team. Keep him out of the fight. Basically, just make sure he's never getting hit, but he'll come in clutch. He will. He absolutely will. Like I said, Evil Powers Strike Back is the event where you get him. He doesn't Dokkan. He is the farmable card himself. You know, there's really not much more to him. So we're going to go ahead and move on to someone I think is a little more useful, but I do like this guy. I mean, he's still up there in the upper echelon of cards that I would definitely say farm, but he's definitely, like, lowest rung in the list. Okay, let's talk about AGL Android 18. Now, she comes from the final battle of Tournament of Power, which is actually live right now. She's not an easy farm. I won't sugarcoat it. Her farm is a bit... Well, getting her to drop has been a pain in my ass. It just has. That said, if you do, I like her leader skill. You could use this in conjunction with the other Universal Survival Saga units if you're, like, looking for a sub-leader for Battlefield or something like that. Global Clash or whatever the hell they call it now. Goes to supreme damage to the enemy and lowers attack. It's not the best super attack, but it works. Again, she's not going to be your main hitter on that team. Not by a long shot, okay? Here we go. This is the big one. Passive skill, tactical planning. Defense, 10% per key sphere obtained. She could tank for you. In the right situation, she could tank, and she has a medium chance to stun, which is like 40-50%. I wouldn't rely on her stunning. Her tanking is pretty decent, and her leader skill is nice. So, again, not the top-notch unit. If you're, you know, a whale in this game, you'll probably ignore her. But, or even a guppy like myself. That said, that could be handy. Let's say you have, like, Jiren, and you don't have, like, a sub-leader for him. Boom. Boom. Now you do. That defense could come in clutch if you really, really, really wind up with, like, a ton of orbs on the field. She'll do a super attack. She'll hit okay. Not going to hit great. I mean, that attack is not the best. But it'll get the job done. You know, it'll do a little bit of damage. Maybe she'll stun, but then her defenses are going to go off, and she's going to just tank everything. Okay. Notice the defenses are not great. They're really relying on you to utilize this. Okay. So do keep that in mind. Do keep that in mind. Use her with, like, an orb changer, and you'll be in business. Okay. That said, I'm still going to put her in the bottom rung of units to farm, but better than a lot of the units out there. She's not huge damage, not one of the super, you know, the old school super strikes or anything like that. Now, here's a fun one. This doesn't actually have all the stats in them. I'd have to pull them up over here, but this is the Easy A Piccolo that you get, well, from the EZA event that was here a couple months ago. He is very good, and I mean damn good, right? Let me just go ahead and see if I can pull up his stats over here. Where did he go? Where did he go? Where did he go? Where's Piccolo? Where's Piccolo? He's right here. All right, cool. So I'm going to go and switch back over to my Dokkan window. Because for whatever reason, I mean, it's down below, but I don't want to scroll. Piccolo's stats, no, mine isn't max level, but whatever is 2 levels below, I'm not going to worry about that. It's not that important. I don't use it that much. Okay? So, Namekian's category, key +3, attack and defense 77%, or AGL type, just AGL type, key +2, attack and defense 30%. Remember, he's a free-to-play unit, so he's not going to have that much. Causes supreme damage to the enemy and raises defense by 30% for 1 turn. Now, that's stupid handy. This guy comes in mad handy, alright? Now, let's go down here. Attack and defense 60% and attack 12% in key +2 in addition per rainbow sphere obtained. Assimilate when conditions are met. You saw that. When he gets rainbow spheres, he works like the dual Dokkan LRs. He gets extra key. That's stupid handy. Fighters, experienced fighters, Namekians, Brainiac, Shocking Speed, Gaze of Respect, Shattering the Limit. Gaze of Respect and, Gaze of Respect and Brainiacs you're only going to use so often. The rest of those, or Namekians too, you're only going to use so often. The rest of those, very nice link skills. This guy is awesome. He had his own dedicated orbs. He was, did he? No, maybe he didn't. I think he did, though. I can't remember specifically. Either way, you'd be a fool not to 100% him. He was fantastic. It's unfortunate you can't get him anymore. Came with a face-off from Ginyu 4's event. He did drop as another card, and then you Dokkan Awakened him. It was also a farmable card for the other Piccolos in the game. Now, when he assimilates, let's go ahead and take a look here. Alright. Causes supreme damage to the enemy and raises defense by 30% for 3 turns. That's nice. Okay. Recovers 30% HP only once. Changes AGL spheres to rainbow key spheres. What? Attack and defense 70%. Then attack 15% and +3 key. And recovers... Is that 18,000 or is that 10,000? I have to bring it by again. I don't remember specifically. Irrelevant. Recovers an insane amount of HP per rainbow sphere obtained. There's 18,000. Busted. This guy should be on just about all of your mono AGL teams. He will bring it. He's that rare free-to-play unit that everybody uses because he's so damn good. He hits really well. He hits in the millions just natively. He's just a great unit. It's unfortunate his Namekian's category is such trash. Planetamic Saga he'll work on. Resurrected Warriors he'll work on. Such a great unit. Such a fantastic unit. What more can I say? Put him on your teams, guys. What a great card. Let's go back over here and talk about the next card. Like I said, unfortunately, you can't get him anymore, but if you have him and you're underestimating him, you are a fool. Next, AGL Pycon. What? A Super Strike? Did we not just dog on Super Strikes? Absolutely we did. Most of the Super Strikes are hot garbage. You're going to see 2 Super Strikes in here, and both of them are interesting in their own little ways. Okay? This guy does... he's Dokkan Awakened from the prior unit. You'll see it down here. It's not that important to talk about that unit, but big thing he does... All allies attack with 15% when HP is 50% or above. Once again, I don't see him, working on Super Battle Road. But if you need a quick unit for Battlefield to give you a little bit extra boost, there he is. 15% is nothing to sneeze at. That will bring... Let's throw him at Piccolo on the team. Piccolo already hits for an insane amount. Piccolo will hit harder. Okay? Gentleman, Cold Judgment, Bombardment, Shocking Speed, which is good. Experienced Fighters is okay. Soul v Soul and Super Strike. Okay. He's not going to be the best unit in the world. He really is not. He's not going to hit worth a damn. Huge damage is an abysmal modifier. That said, if you need a booster, throw him on your team. He'll do a good job. He'll boost your units pretty well. Not to the moon. He's not a 30%, but he'll at least give it his best shot. If you were in a pinch and you need attack boosters, he'll come in handy until you lose some health. So do keep that in mind. That said, I do like him and I do use him from time to time if I'm really just having fun with the game. I don't see him ever working on a Dokkan Fest, let alone Boss Rush. Oh my god. He'll get you killed on Boss Rush. But lower levels of Battlefield, he'll work. Super Battle Road, no, he'll get you killed. But I still like him. That's handy. People are going to be looking for that right there, but I got something better for you coming on down the pike here in just a little bit. Okay? Now, here's a Super Strike that I did use on Super Battle Road, and he pulled me out of the fire a couple times. Causes extreme damage to the enemy, of course. He's got... Boop, my arm got off. He's got the main unit down here. I'll use my cursor. This is the one you actually pull. He's farmable for all the TNs in the game. In fact, oh my god, I forgot to farm him yesterday. I just realized I was supposed to farm him yesterday, and I didn't. Oof. Oof. That said, because he works for the... I'll go ahead and pull back over here to Dokkan. Boom. Okay. If you guys were in the tournament, he actually is a farmable unit for your LR. And I have an extra one of the LRs that I pulled in the tournament. And I was going to farm him to SA10. And I didn't. That's on me. Okay? That's on me. So farmable for your LRTN. Great unit as far as that's concerned. Leader skill abysmal. Super attack kind of crappy. It's extreme damage. Though he's SA15, it's extreme damage. And he doesn't have any percentage boosts. That said, Thirst for Battle. Medium chance of stunning all enemies. Now, I've had that go off. That's about a 50% chance. I've had that go off pretty often. So, if you're lucky, everybody is stunned. And then you could just go to work. If you're in Super Battle Road and you come up against 5Ps, and he stuns, you're going to be going, they're going to be like punching bags. You're just going to be like, it's going to be great. It's going to be just absolutely great. Z Fighters, Dodon Ray is abysmal, Rival Duo is abysmal, Sylvie Soul is pretty bad. Golden Z Fighters, it's Sticky Link. Supreme Damage and Super Strike. That's the only leader skill I would see you using. But that said, the only reason to have him on there is for his stun. That's it. He does come, like I said, from Monday Super Strike events. Full-Hearted Fighter is the name of the event itself. Pretty straightforward if you're familiar with the Super Strikes. Most people are not anymore, I don't think, because who uses Super Strikes anymore? Well, this guy's not bad. Let's move on to the next unit. My favorite unit that we're going to talk about tonight. Absolute favorite unit we're going to talk about tonight. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta and Bulma. He drops from, what is it called? Vegeta the Indomitable Warrior. This Mixed Feelings Vegeta, the base Vegeta down here is the one you actually farm from that. He's farmable for other Vegetas. This unit is farmable if you pull the the STR unit, the one that actually is unfeatured on every banner. He will farm for that, but he has roughly the same effects. And I have decked mine out. I can show you mine one more time if I can pull it up over here. Here he is. Okay. Let's go back to my Dokkan page. I have decked mine out. Mine is Rainbow Starred. And I gave mine as much dodge as humanly possible. He's got a little double attack, got a little crit. Basically the things that I couldn't give dodge to, he's got dodge. The reason I did that is because of his passive skill, okay? Let's go over here and look at that. True Feelings revealed key +3 in attack and defense, 50% when facing only one enemy. That's not the big one. Counters with enormous power upon receiving normal attacks. If he gets super attacked, he's in the water. But if he gets a normal attack, he's going to come back at him. Like your Super Vegetos, the banner card, all that stuff. he is going to come back at him and hit him really hard. He can crit on those. So giving a crit's not a bad idea. But the thing is, that defense never gets better. 50%, but whatever. What's 9,000 defense? Nothing, right? It's a laughable joke. Make sure, if you do use him, get him 100%, give him dodge. Because honestly, his chance of dodging is really, really good. He'll still dodge super attacks. And even when he dodges, he'll still do his retaliation attack. So, someone comes in to hit him, he dodges, and then comes back, and that's freaking handy. That basically turns him into, like, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's retaliations, except that, you know, you won't do super attacks. So, love this unit. I've had mine hit for a collective 3 million points. The only thing that really, truly does suck. The only thing that really, truly does suck. Let's go back over to Dokkan for a second. He is on 0 teams. He doesn't have a team. That said, on your mono team, he's gonna work so stupid well. Give him an attack boost. Put him on, rotate him in, keep him off rotation. But once he's on rotation, keep him on rotation within it. Someone that does 30% attack boost, dual 120 lead mono team, and watch him work his magic. If he crits, you'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. Great unit. I can't say enough good stuff about this guy. Absolutely my favorite card we are going to talk about tonight, but we're going to move on. I believe he was just around. Is he still around? Don't think so. I don't think he's running anymore. But he was just around. He comes back pretty frequently. So basically whenever we have a double rate spanner, we're going to see him. So that's good stuff. Okay, Vegeta the Indomitable Warrior. You see that? You haven't farmed him. Go farm him as soon as he comes up. I love him. I still use him. He's pulled me out of the fire more times than I care to admit. And he actually was one of my MVP units on Super Battle Road for AGL. I'll say that out loud and proud. Him and Piccolo really, really brought it on that. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now we're into Baba Shop units. Okay, now this guy comes from Baba Shop points. He's 30,000 points. Now that's good for us because he's 100,000 on JP, but he does this down here. That is the unit that you actually farm. When he Dokkan Awakens, this is the guy that I would recommend using as your sub lead on Battlefield for your mono teams if you don't have the Dokkan Fest 70% lead. AGL type, Key +3, attack and defense 70%. If you guys have watched my Battlefield videos, I use the Baba Shop Krillin as my 70% lead so I could keep my other 70% lead for the teams. This guy will do work. Now, supreme damage to the enemy. What is that? Nothing. That's trash, right? Nobody's worried about that. His leader skill is the biggest and best thing about him. Case closed type. Oh, no. I take it back. This is awesome, too. AGL type, Key +2. Like I said, mono team. Great chance of attack and defense plus 30%. So it's like a 70% chance. You are probably getting the 30% boost out of that. Remember I was telling you use Vegeta with boosted units? He's one of them. Brainiacs, remember there's a lot of that in AGL. Z Fighters, we saw that too. Patrol, crap. Hero of Justice, meh. Use him with Videl, that's it. Signature Pose, use him with Videl or Ginyu. Shocking Speed, okay, that's good, and Shattering the Limit is good. So, got 2 good key links. Yeah, 2 halfway decent attack links. His passive and his leader skill are the 2 main reasons to use him. That's kind of it, guys. But he's an easy farm. You can farm him from 2 events. The main farm event for him, there's the Int Gohan from Wrath of the Dragon event. Now, one of the reasons I'm kind of glad that we waited until today, because we just found out that Go Forth Hero of Justice comes back, and he can farm from that too, but you do have to Dokkan that unit to get him up to here. That said, he drops us an R, he Dokkans to an SR, I believe. He Dokkans as an R, drops us an R, Dokkans as either an SR or an SSR. He's going to be like a 50% chance at absolute best, but a cheap farm, a very cheap farm. So, pull him, farm him up, get him up to SA10. Hell, 100% him if you have the Baba points. He's a really good unit, and a great sub-leader for your teams. Okay? 30,000 Baba points, so all in, you're talking a lot. Not going to sugarcoat it. You're talking a lot of Baba points, but 150,000. But that's if you want to 100% him. If you just want to do 30,000 and use him as leader like I do, not a bad option. Not a bad option at all. Moving on to... Oh, there's the drop card, the one you actually buy in the Baba shop. Not much to say there, just wanted to showcase him off. Okay? This guy. What the hell? What are we even looking at? Well, A, I kind of like the card art. Card art's kind of neat. B, he doesn't have a Dokkan Awakening. But what he does have is signature technique, attack and defense 20%, attack and defense 20% for all allies when key is 7 or more. Put him on a mono team. I believe he works on, I don't remember what teams he works on. It's not really relevant. 20% is not the best boost you're going to get. One day he might get a Dokkan Awakening. I don't even think he has a Dokkan Awakening on JP yet. He does come from the Baba shop. He comes from the coins, and he does have a farmable super attack from the Black Star Dragon Ball, which we also know is coming back in a couple of days. Tonight, I think, in fact. So, if you pulled him or whatever, not a bad unit. Extreme damage is just awful modifier. One day he might get a Dokkan Awakening to supreme damage, but until that point, this is the main thing you're going to use him for, and then keep him out of the fight, okay? HP's not bad. Attacks, given his super attack, okay. That'd be great if it was supreme damage. This is kind of abysmal, but again, add another 20%. I don't know. I put him on here because he would really bring some other units to life, but if he gets hit, you're going to be really, really sad. That said, I think it's worth. I think if you just had some extra coinage and you wanted to buy one, he's not a bad investment. Not the best investment by a huge margin, mind you, but not bad. Link skills, all in the family, Saiyan lineage, Turtle School, Kamehameha, and GT. So put him on a mono team with dual 3 key leads. Link him with someone else on a GT Link skill. Hell, Vegeta. Put Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta next to him. Give Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta that 20%. Not that he needs it, but he'll go to work. And he'll already be getting that passive just because he'll have 8 key immediately. So, there you go. There you go, guys. Moving on. But he only does come around when we have coins in the Baba shop, so don't get too excited. I know my sales pitch was amazing. Amazing for him. But don't get too excited because he comes around very, very rarely in Baba shop. Moving on to this guy, who actually Dokkan Awakens from this guy, okay? This is the drop card. This is the one you're going to see in the Baba shop. Once again, he comes from coins, okay? Let's go back over here to this unit, which is the one he Dokkan Awakens into, okay? AGL attack and STR type, attack and defense, 30%. You're not going to use his leader skill. Causes extreme damage to the enemy. Not the greatest thing in history, okay? Stop that. Now, that said, power to survive all crises. All allies, key +2, and attack 20% when HP is 50% or above. So you got to make sure your HP is on point, but attack 20% and key +2 could really pull you out of the fire, okay? Not a bad unit. Not a bad unit at all. With some of these units, you do have to strategize to use them, but Golden Warrior, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Z Fighters to a lesser extent, prepared for battle, Kamehameha, and shattering the limit. Great links. Great links. And you see a lot of attack links on there. A lot of attack links and 2 really great key links. So, he's never going to hit for crazy amounts. Put him on a mono team, and, he's probably just going to kind of float. That could come in clutch, though. And that key +2 should not be underrated. I love key support units, especially when they have attack boosts. That said, once again, you can get him for the Baba Shop in 2 ways. He either comes from coins, or he also comes from gems. So do keep that in mind. That said, is he the best? No, he's no whiskey bitch. The AGL, Vegeta and Bulma, I'm not going to even explain that reference. He is no AGL, Vegeta and Bulma. Vegeta and Bulma. He is no AGL, Vegeta and Bulma. Couldn't even say it right when I was trying. And, but I like him. I like him nonetheless. Not a bad investment, especially if you have extra coins laying around after, the anniversaries. So let's just move on. Like I said, that's the drop card. He is farmable for other Super Saiyans in the game, but there are way better farms for that. Let's talk about this guy, which everybody knows. And I can hear everybody right now starting to scream, what? He is not free to play. He absolutely is. Ask some of the better free to play YouTubers out there. J Phantom, I'm shouting at you. You can farm this guy from the Super Strikes, like I said before, and you can absolutely, if you play your cards right, rank up high enough in the tournament to get this guy with nothing but free-to-play cards. I assure you. I promise you. Remember, the biggest thing about the tournament is win streaks. It is not, I'm not touching the scratch. It's about win streaks. It is, now I'm touching this. You know what? Hands backing off. No homo. Maybe, okay, like 30% homo. But, I mean, look, he's chiseled. I'm just saying. Like, I'm a married man, but even I'm like, God damn, son. Rip video. I amused myself. So, you absolutely could get him free to play, farm him up to SA10, keep running the tournament, eventually get him to SA20. He'll do some work for you. Yeah, there's no doubt. He's a really good LR for a free-to-play LR. Not the best, but really damn good. Let's talk about his LR unit, okay? All types, attack and defense, 100%. You're not using that leader skill. Strike of Bond causes mega colossal damage with a chance to stun the enemy. The other, his 12 key, does colossal damage. Well, let me pull him up over here. And we'll talk about that, because I can actually pull him up on my side. Remember, I got the extra one, and I was talking about farming up his SA. Okay? So he gets extra boosts at SA20. Shame on me, I didn't do that. His super attack information is right here. Double Dodon Ray. 12 key. Causes colossal damage with a rare chance to stun the enemy. Okay. From SA20, I think he's like a 20 or 30% attack boost, which is nice. Okay. 18 key is almost always is mega colossal damage with a chance to stun the enemy. Okay. The chance gets a little better. It's not a great chance, but it is a chance. Mega Colossal is the highest attack modifier we have in this game. Period. End of discussion. So, good stuff. Remember, Colossal is a little below Immense. But Mega Colossal is the best we got. End of discussion. Okay? Except maybe for Tremendous, but we don't have anybody that does Tremendous super attack. Mega Colossal might be below that. Might be above that a little bit, though. I don't remember the exact modifiers on Tremendous. Warrior of Earth's Battle. Or Metal, I'm sorry. Attack, 10,000 when key is 8 or more. Defense plus 10,000 when key is 11 more. Plus an additional attack and defense, 10,000 when key is 14 or more. Now remember, that's not a percentage boost. That's a flat boost. Could be way better. Could be way worse. But adding 20k to both of those stats is going to be nice. Especially on a mono team. Now, Links are Z Fighters, Crane School, which is kind of crap, Dodon Ray, which is pretty crap, Master Pupil, which is pretty crap, Shocking Speed and Shattering the Limit, and of course Legendary Power, which I rarely, if ever, use. That said, these 3 links, extraordinarily nice, and it's going to be super easy to get his super attack up to those levels, okay? We've already talked about units that do power boosting, so you've got your mono team already set here, okay? Run a really good leader and go at it. Great unit. I still use him on the regular. Absolutely fantastic. Plus, I believe, let me double check here. I believe he's a World Tournament unit. Yes, he is a World Tournament unit. World Tournament is the only team he's on. Use him on the daily for your Hercule medal grind, Hercule statue grind, and he'll increase your output. I have actually gotten 3 extras. 3 extra drops from both Videl and Hercule, Mr. Satan, on that run. So 8 drops using him and a couple of the other LRs. I can't be mad. Cannot be mad. Okay. Moving on. He comes from the World Tournament at local rank. You have to be pretty high local rank to get him. Pretty straightforward. I think everybody knows about this card. Let's talk about some more. Yes. Some more cards from the World Tournament. And I am going to consider World Tournament cards to be free to play, because even if you didn't pull them on the World Tournament, after the World Tournament, your GSSR tickets you can use on the banner that is nothing but tournament cards. Now, that said, there are the general SSR pull banner probably is better, but I'm going to consider these guys free to play because you can get them through the tournament and all that. This is the base unit. He Dokkan awakens into this unit, which I still use on the regular. Okay, AGL and strength type key plus 2 HP attack and defense 30%. Garbage. Here's what I love. Super attack. Greatly raises attack for 1 turn. Put him in front of everybody. Get that off and watch him go to town. Causes supreme damage to the enemy. Okay. With that greatly raises, that almost gives him immense levels of power. Not quite, but close. He gets stupid powerful. A light in the darkness. AGL and strength type key plus 2. Remember, we just talked about that. And attack 30%. No modifiers on that. There's no, okay, he has to be like, a certain amount of HP and all that. Nope. 30%, key plus 2, enjoy your life. That's pretty much what he does. He is really, really, really good, and I think he's incredibly underrated. You do have to Dokkan Awaken the other card, but fantastic unit. Fantastic unit, and he's now farmable, which is amazing, okay? Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Team Bardock, nah. Saiyan Pride, you're only going to use this on, like, a giant team, and you're never going to throw him on that team. Saiyan Pride, Prepared for Battle, Shattering the Limit, Family Ties, which... most of those links are fantastic, though. Attack plus 30%, key plus 2. What more can I say? Oh, yeah. Raises attack for 1 turn greatly, which I think is another, what? Greatly is another 30%, I think. It's either 30 or 50. I think it's 30, though. I think 50 is massively. Greatly is 30. So, everyone on your rotation gets 60%. What can I say? I've seen this guy work. There's a reason he makes a regular appearance on my teams. I adore this card. Moving on. Yep, we're going to talk about him. Quasi-farmable. He's okay. Another World Tournament card. But, and unfortunately, you see the next unit. He does not have a Dokkan Awakening, which super sucks. He doesn't even have one on JP. So, that said, once again, Superclass, key plus 2, attack and defense, or I'm sorry, just attack, 25%. Hopefully when he gets a Dokkan Awakening, that'll become 3 and 30%. That would be amazing. That would be phenomenal. That said, I like that. If you're free to play and you find this guy, know that that's the thing. Super Saiyan, great link skill. Saiyan Warrior Race, good link skill. Golden Warrior, okay link skill. Gaze of Respect, trash link skill. And Prepared for Battle, a phenomenal link skill. So, he'll work for you. Plus, HP's not bad, attack's not bad. Now, mind you, that is completely orbed out. Defense is pretty bad, but all in all, you're going to use him as a support unit, and that's very nice. You'll notice most of my free-to-play units are support units, at least on the AGL side. We're going to get into some hitters later on in the week, but most of these units that I'm covering are support units, because I'm assuming even if you're a free-to-play player, we've got 160 free Dragonstones coming to us. You're hitting those banners. There's no way you're not using those Dragonstones to hit banners. There's just simply no way. So, we're going to talk mostly about support units for these teams. Your hitters are going to be your draw cards. But your support units here, they can come from your free-to-play pools. And, like I said, Piccolo's a great hitter. Tien's a great hitter. The LR Tien Shinhan is a pretty good hitter. There's some good hitters here, but support units are going to be predominantly our thing when it comes to AGL. Now, tech will change matters. Tech will change it up a bit. Okay. Finally, AGL type key +2 attack and defense 50%. That's not bad. That could be 70% once he Dokkans. He does not have a Dokkan yet. He is farmable from the from the strength one that drops in the Super Vegito event. Basically, so he's around Mondays and Thursdays. You can farm him up. He comes from the World Tournament as well. I've got my farmed up. He's pretty good. Not the best, but he does a decent job. Causes supreme damage to the enemy and all allies. Attack 20% for 1 turn. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Level of difference. Defense 100% is the first attacker in a turn. Superclass allies attack 30%. That's the big one. Okay? Put him on any super team and watch him go to town. So we're talking 50% boosts on that team, so long as you put him first. So long as you put him first. Okay? And he's got a decent amount of defense once he's first. So do bear that in mind. Okay? These are some very, very, very good units. Okay? These are all the free-to-play units. They're a lot of tournament units, a lot of Baba Shop units, but I wanted to talk about everything that you could feasibly acquire as a free-to-play player. Now, I do know we have, right now in Dokkan Battle, the thank you notes, okay? So we are going to talk about the thank you units in specific detail, but I'm going to save those for another video. I'm going to upload that video probably about the same time. We'll talk about them. They're free to play right now, but I know that predominantly this video is probably going to get more traction as time progresses. They're not going to be available at that point in time. They're not going to be free to play. So we'll talk about those a little bit later. Some of these units are good. Some of these units are just downright abysmal. But good stuff coming, guys. So stay tuned for that video, which should be up right about the same time. And we'll talk about those guys. Other than that, guys, let me know what you think about those free-to-play units. I know most of them are support units. That's really what I wanted to discuss. If you play your cards right, they can do some work for you. But you got to be smart. You got to be smart. That is video, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Make sure you like and subscribe to stay up to date with more quality content from your old boy, including, apparently, just touching muscly men. Whatever. I am secure in my homosexuality, apparently. Don't tell my wife. That is the video, guys. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow my Birdman. Hit me up a Booker. I'll come back at you with more inappropriate touching next time.